What's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint.
And it's your girl Fee.
We're here with the Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 3 review. Gonna have some spoilers, so stay tuned. Alright, so the Deluxe Edition Volume 3, this collects volumes 7, 8, and 9 of the original trade paperback manga. And I definitely enjoyed it like the other volumes. It did feel a little bit less supernatural.
Yeah.
It's more about, we're continuing to see Guts' relationship with Griffith and Casca through this war, and it's kind of like 3 chapters dealing with that. What do you think?
I really enjoyed it. I just, because you had told me there was some shit that was coming up in this, because you read it before I did, and that's like, the whole time I'm like, oh my god, was that the thing? Because there were so many things like, oh my god, was that the thing?
And I was like, you're gonna know when it's the thing. So I knew you would like to read some inappropriate ass shit.
Yeah, I do enjoy it.
I knew you would like it, but as a mother with daughters, I knew you were gonna be like, but they go there. So we'll talk about that.
They take it all the way there.
That's the last volume of this book. The beginning volume has to deal with Guts and Casca are getting close. They end up, they're on the battlefield. They're kicking ass, taking names, and they get kind of surrounded, and they have this 100-man army that they
wasn't
face.
that the end of the last one? Then they went off the cliff, and then this is where it picks up.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That's where this picks up. Okay.
So Guts, super badass. He can win no matter what. He's always defeating against all odds, and they really make a name for themselves. What is the name of Griffith's clan? The White...
Something about Band of Hawks?
Band of Hawks. So the Band of Hawks are like...
They get the white part later.
They're a fraction of this army. I don't remember the army. But anyway, then they want to go ahead and infiltrate this like castle that's backed by a cliff.
It's like a really difficult mission that like all of the top armies before
hundreds
them
of years.
hundreds of years haven't been able to obtain this one like stronghold.
But
like,
anyway,
this castle.
so Griffith, I don't know if he volunteers or somebody says the White Hawk.
No, because Griffith's like, if that's what you want me to do, if they command it, I'm running.
Griffith is like Prince,
and he's like, I only need like 5 of my best dudes. We're gonna pop up in there.
But he's so feminine. Like, don't look at him in his eyes.
And then when he won, he goes, game blouses.
Blouses. So anyway, and Griffith is pretty much like, I got guts, we good. Because Griffith,
he's just gonna send Guts.
His whole thing is he wants to become royalty, right? He wants to end up
what we all want at the top.
He wants to be at the top. So they end up going through, and they come up with a plan, and the plan works, and they take the castle, and the king makes them the White
like the
White
Hawks or whatever.
But, so Griffith's whole other scheme was to kind of get with the princess so that he could marry and to become royalty. Again. So he fucks up.
I thought this was the thing that was the fucked up part.
So Griffith creeps through the window at night.
Like a real creep.
Lays it down.
I was like, okay, maybe she's not a minor. And then they confirm it. They're like, okay, she's a minor.
But he blows, she's with it. It's consensual.
Yeah, she was definitely with it.
He blows her mind. Then he's out like a thief in the night, but he gets caught.
No, he wasn't out in the night. He left in the morning, and Daddy-O was downstairs.
And Daddy-O freaks out, and I forget who sets him up. The Queen was conspiring against him. Oh, we didn't even mention that.
The Queen was,
because she saw what he was going to do, try to poison his drink. He did the old switcheroo. Anyway, that's not really that important. But the king finds out that he sleeps with his precious daughter.
Oh, God, I can't. I fucking can't.
And Griffith starts, what's the word I'm looking for? Antagonizing him.
He's like...
Like, why? Because you don't want anyone to have her, because you're in love with her, da-da-da-da. And he really is. Yeah. And then, he sends Griffith to the dungeon to get tortured.
Yeah, he's like, he's got to stay alive to be tortured for at least a year.
He goes to the daughter's room. She's, sleeping. They put her on medicine. And he starts trying to be touchy-feely.
He's like, I guess it didn't occur to him prior to that. He's like, oh yeah,
what I feel like.
I think that I do. And then he's like, oh, he touches her, and it's like, I don't even know if I can go into this part.
She wakes up, he's like licking her nipple. And
Stop!
Split her. Oh my God.
It's So
yeah, but you're right, because Griffith's like, yo, you're telling me that there hasn't been suitors that were suitable this whole time? Like, what is it that you won't let her go? But Griffith, he should have bided his time more.
Yeah, he was
because he was already in the good graces. You know what I'm saying? So now Griffith went from the top to the bottom in the dungeon, getting tortured by Quasimodo.
He's in the dungeon. It's below the bottom.
And I guess we didn't even mention it. I skipped ahead because we got to the crazy part. But Guts decides to leave the band. He's kind of like, yo, He don't want to live in Griffith's shadow.
I was thinking the whole time that was they were like leading up to, because I can't say this one person's name, Jado. How do you say that one? The one who was walking out with him as he's leaving, the other soldier from the. Well, they're walking out and he's like, "Are you really leaving?" He's like, "Yeah, it's kind of just what I got to do. We finished the mission.
Right.
I'm gonna go out back into the world because the only thing I really know how to do is kill."
Yeah, he's like, I kind of achieved everything I can achieve here under Griffith. I kind of need to. I'm a merc. I want to wander around. I want something for myself. Casca doesn't want him to go. Casca's torn whether she's in love with Griffith, but it's not really a love. It's kind of like he's her master.
She worships him, yeah.
She worships him, but she likes Guts. She likes Guts, and she's torn, but she's mad that Guts leaves. But then she goes and tells Griffith, thinking he'll get Guts to stay. And Griffith pulls out the sword.
Yeah, well, that's what I don't know how to say this person. It's the J one. She's walking out. Jado, I don't know. And she's walking out.
Oh, and then the little kid.
They're all at the tree. There's Griffith and Casca and like all the other, Pipper. What is his name? Whatever.
You're saying names I
Piper?
never heard of.
It's a P name. And they're all like, "You're really leaving? Really? Like, well, you have to leave."
Oh, the hater.
Yeah, you have to leave the same way you came in. You got to fight me.
Yeah.
And they're like swords drawn.
It was a good scene. I posted a picture in a Facebook group. It was a cool scene.
And Griffith was like, kind of like, "I'm gonna have to chop your fucking head off."
But he loses. Gus bests him. He rides out, and that shit with Griffith happens after that. So he's already distraught because he lost his top shooter.
Yeah, Griffith gets fucked up
Man.
after this. So Guts leaves. He has no idea what's going on with Griffith for a year.
Yeah,
he has no idea that Casca has become. She's taken control.
So okay, hold on. Yeah, once the thing happens with Griffith, the whole squad is on.
Has X's on them. They are marked for.
So they're
enemies.
They're getting hunted. They get set up. A lot of them get killed with arrows. They escape. Casca just assumes the leadership role, and they're just kind of a wandering mercenary crew now. They fell from grace as well. And we didn't even mention before with the whole Queen trying to poison Griffith and everything, how he had Guts as his hitter. Tied up all the loose ends.
He did, and he's like, "Hey, let's just not tell the rest of the group about this because they might not be on. They might not like it."
But Griffith, man, he was at the top, man, and then he fucked up. But anyway, yeah. So at the end with Casca, they reunite. He runs into Casca, and
but I feel like there's a lot of tension now between Casca and Guts, like,
but
where he's like, "Do I?" Yeah, they did, but it's like I feel like he does it like,
but that was a
like
weird
guys,
scene too.
like. That's how guys are. Oh yeah, and then he like has a flashback back to
about being raped.
Gambino.
Gambino sold him out to that dude that raped him. He was having these flashbacks while he's having sex with Casca. He ends up coming to. He's choking her. She's kind of like harder, well, no, not really. But another sex scene. There was 2 big sex scenes. Well, it's kind of like 3. But yeah, I mean, what's interesting about reading this is when we first saw Griffith in like the first deluxe edition, he's like zombied out or something, and now we're seeing like all this backstory. There wasn't much supernatural stuff except for the Behelit.
Well, they didn't even... whatever that thing is. The little weird red egg thing.
Griffith loses it while he's getting tortured. The little guy torturing him looks at it. It winks at him. He freaks out and drops it.
And magically... It's perfectly... He's over a storm grate. It goes right into a storm grate.
Like when you drop your
really,
keys.
You're in a dungeon. You're as low as you can get into the ground. There's a storm grate.
But I thought this was different than I thought Berserk was going to be. I thought it was going to be more supernatural, fighting monsters and this and that. And what about how your boy came back in the cut to give Guts that sword when he was losing in that battle? It was Nosferatu Zod.
And then they had this guy, the guy that he goes to this like festival, like a gladiators type thing, where like the strongest guy is just bashing people's heads in, and then I don't know why, but he reminds me of like Dhalsim from. Like no Saget from Street Fighter.
He reminded me of I think it was more of a Tekken character or Soul Calibur. It's a Soul Calibur like Necron or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It's kind of like a different fighter like you would see in a video game.
He's got these
fancy moves.
Yeah, these round blades that he throws like frisbees that change direction. It was. I mean, I feel like there wasn't as much supernatural shit, but I mean there was still shit that's like that's not believable.
He kind of had powers. He was kind of like a Mike Tyson Punch-Out fighter or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Guts whooped his ass. But no, hold on.
He heard about what happened with Casca and Griffith from that. Because they were talking about...
This review has been all over the place.
Yeah, whatever.
But I think you could tell. Definitely we enjoyed this. Another, like I said, these books, you sit down, you knock it out in one sitting. Pass it to Fee, she knocks it out. I like how... Oh, look, right to Zod. Looking like Akuma.
It's not, I mean, it's got a lot of, talking, but it moves quickly because a lot of the pages are just a spread of, like, the whole battlefield.
What about how Casca? So Casca shows up like once they take the I think it's a city with like a name D. It's like I don't know, but then Casca shows up with a dress. He's kind of like girling
this character right here.
What about?
Oh my god, no, that's the gross part.
What about that hater?
This guy.
Yeah, that's the guy. Okay. Yeah. What about that hater that's always hating on Guts right in his face? I wish he would have shut his ass the fuck up.
He's gonna shut him down in the next one, I think.
Yeah,
Griffiths was seeming weak as fuck in this book.
Griffiths, I don't know. He just relied on Guts to do everything.
Oh, I wanted to say.
I want to show this scene that I was talking about.
The distance apart that these books are being released is like I'm forgetting. So we're back in time with this because his arm is not fucked up.
Yeah, we're back in time. So in the beginning of the first deluxe
edition,
and
he's way harder in the very beginning, and now he's like you see him becoming this like
he's not missing an arm yet. He doesn't have that crossbow arm. Griffith is not some kind of mutated type of beast or whatever. But do you remember in the first thing when Guts was fighting Griffith? Was it Casca too that was there in the beginning? And that weird. I mean,
we have the book.
Go grab it real quick. Yeah, because I remember he was fighting like Griffith, and they were in this like weird area.
No, it's got to be in this one.
It's in the first one, yeah. Because this in volume 2 is where we start to get the backstory. And he's like, Griffith.
And somebody gives them a little pouch.
It's the last volume. See, it's right here. See when this scene with all the stairs. So this is in the first book where we first get introduced to Griffith, and it's like Griffith and somebody else.
I don't remember. I might have to breeze through this one again.
Oh, so here's Griffith right here.
That's
Griffith, yo.
Show me.
The Guardians of Desire.
I really thought when we first started learning about Griffith that it was gonna be a girl. That it wasn't gonna be.
Oh, what about how Griffith? So let's talk about that. So he slept with that king.
Oh
no, which king? It wasn't the king that was trying to get his own daughter. It was
some other real. And he was like, so they were looking for Griffith on the they were fighting and this king who. Griffith's like...
He slept with him to fund his army.
Yeah, he's like, sometimes there's not a war going on to get money from, so I just do this to have food for us so we can keep doing what we're doing.
But the guy's in love with Griffith.
Yeah, he's like, you're the best I ever had.
He rides out to the battlefield like, don't kill him.
Don't kill him, I want him alive!
Yeah, so I wonder what happens here, man. Like, Guts loses an arm, like, obviously, and then you have Griffith is
he's like not alive, right? Like,
I don't know. I had a feeling...
demon or something?
I don't know. He looks kind of normal. He just has different gear on. I don't know, man.
He's updated his gear. Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right. Anyway,
it was a good book. So
Berserk is wild. We still have not watched the movies. What did they say? Stay away from the anime. Watch the movie.
Well, all I know is I need to get through the up to 13 or 15.
I think after the 5th deluxe edition, we could watch and not be spoiled or something. Like that.
That's what I'm waiting for.
So damn. Loving Berserk.
It was good.
It was good. Let us know what you guys think about Berserk in the comments down below. Hit that like button before you leave. Subscribe to the channel. More daily content. All that good stuff. And stay minty fresh. Peace.